15 watching.
Okay, you're alive now, so just I haven't put the audio on yet, so just wait 1 sec.
Welcome to Toffee TV. Right, we should be live. We're just testing how we do stuff today. So let me know if everything seems alright. We're just going live in a slightly different way than we normally do. Bit of a test. So we can do things a little bit differently. So let us know in the comments whether the sound's good, whether the picture's good, whether the internet holds. Let us know. I've just noticed one thing. 1 sec.
And he's gone. Oh, don't really want to hear that. What's the sound like, guys? I'm asking you that now while he's disappeared. Is the sound good? Is the quality looks good to me. So are you getting the same quality? Let me know in the comments below. Want to say hello to Matty 101, LA Walkway, Ashwoods. The boys are there. Your mic is loud, Ped. It's distorting.
Okay, I'm gone.
I mean, I'm Baz, but fair play, Ash. Paul S. All sounds good to me.
Does it? What's it like now?
What's it like now? What's the sound like? And then we can kick off properly, guys. I want to see more than one person saying it's good. So just let us know what the sound is like now. Let it catch up.
Yeah, it'll take a moment or two.
Evan Osborne, the sound is good.
Good sound.
Okay, be happy with that?
No, I'm happy if people are saying the sound's good. I'm happy. I think it's not too loud, and if it's not too loud, then it's not too distorted.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, so news today. Vlasic looks like he's leaving. Gomez looks like he's coming in. Things are happening. Get your comments in. I think you already are. What's going on?
That's it. People are just, the same thing. People are very happy, quite clearly. Ashwoods, Gomez, fire emojis. What a bargain for that level of quality.
Yeah.
Matty 101, thumbs up and clapping for Gomez and Vlasic. Karen Bashaw, hi lads, it's an amazing day for the Blues. The long wait for the sexy Portuguese man is basically over.
Happy days.
Where are we? Oh, Ashwoods meant you on your intro was distorted. Cheers, Ash. Baz, it's a little distorted. Pez is clear. Is it on the thing? It's the same mic, so here we go. Like that. Let's see how that plays out.
We just got some new things to play about with. We're playing about with them.
So there you go. If you're here and you haven't give the thumbs up, get that going now. Like the video, it takes a sec. Let's get them up before we start. So let's start with Vlasic.
Okay.
Nikola Vlasic. The deal is basically done. Everton is just waiting for the final piece of paperwork.
Keep talking.
I will just talk. £14 million plus a sell-on fee and a couple of other add-ons. Everton just waiting, like I say, for that final piece of paperwork, and that's Vlasic done, out the door. 14 million for him.
Good news, good
Not
business.
bad.
Sell-on clause as well. We made some money on him last year when he went on loan as well. So yeah, can't really argue, can you? You can't argue with that business. He's not. If he doesn't want to play for Everton and we don't really have a career path for him, then
That's it, isn't it?
see you later. Moscow.
He's a good player, isn't he? But if he's not going to get in our team and he's a saleable asset at the moment, and we're trying to make room for players to come in who are going to get in the team, for me, it makes absolute perfect sense. On the flip side to that, the deal has been agreed with Barcelona, £22 million for Andre Gomez. It's a steal. Obviously, the contracts aren't signed, but the agreement is in place, so that's good. That should be tied up in the next couple of days, maybe. Happy?
Yeah. It's a player we've wanted, isn't it? It's a player we've been hoping we get through the door. I think it's a really good sign, the way it's happened, the way we've been able to do the deal. just doing what he does, doing his job, controlling the situation, not worrying about speculation in the media and about this club and that club and the other club and West Ham. Just yeah, he's very, very good at his job. He's controlled and he knows the job, and that's a massive difference from what we've had in the past.
A huge difference. And Barry Stevens says 22 million is a bargain, and it is. J-Mac, will he announce some video of Gomez involving riding a horse while wearing a blue suit, just like Django from Django Unchained?
No,
I
don't think it will.
I don't know where the picture's gone.
Oh, that'll be the internet.
Okay, stay with us.
There we go.
Look at this.
My face is...
We might have like cat emojis, like the president of Thailand or whatever it was. Ashwood says Marcel Brands has got to be our most important signing since Moyes. You know what, Ash? We did a video last year when he come in, and we were going on about how important he was going to be for the football club, and now we were delighted. And a few people were like, why are you so convinced he's important? Almost as if they just hadn't realised when you've got a proper one in place. I think everyone was still comparing him to Steve Walsh, who ironically might be the Manchester United director of football. But
crazy.
12 months later, I think people are seeing the importance of having someone who's done the job and knows the job, aren't they?
Definitely. He's so controlled in what he does. Sorry, it's a phone call. He's so controlled in what he does that he knows. You can walk into it. I imagine he can walk into any club boardroom in the world, in Europe, and just straight away there's gravitas, there's respect. There's a man wearing the coolest suit in the boardroom, and he's Everton's director of football, and also sits on the board. I
mean,
you're gonna have to knock it off.
I've not
message him.
I've
messaged can't take a phone call when we're doing this.
I've messaged him twice. Oh my word.
Just message him again and just say we're live. Honest to God.
I told him to put YouTube on.
I know, if you want to talk to us, we ain't taking phone calls. We're talking people through the power of YouTube. That's what we do. So I don't know what to say. Come on, comments. What's going on?
You've just told me to text them.
It's ask us.
God, yeah, but right. Where are we? Oh my! Just tell them we're live.
We're live. I'm not answering the phone while we're live. It's disrespectful to our wonderful viewers.
Where are we? Paul S. Vlasic is a good player, but not sure he can make it in the Prem. It's a good deal for all parties. Livavid, what is the latest on Gomez? Everything's agreed. Just waiting for him to put pen to paper.
He needs to get off that esports.
Yeah, he's quite happy doing his esports at the moment. Karen Boucher, would you like to see a buyback clause as well?
Just leave it, put over there.
Vlasic is really talented and he could have potentially been a great replacement for Sigurdsson. I would have liked to have seen a buyback clause in it, but if Everton don't feel like they need it, then what can you do?
They might want him back.
That's what I'm saying. He might have been a great replacement for Sigurdsson, but then again he might not. They might have someone in mind who will. They might change the way they play when Sigurdsson goes out the team. We just don't know, do we? Evan Osborne, any substance to the rumours of Onyekuru to buy him for 35 million? I think Onyekuru will go, but I don't think it'll be 35 million.
No, I don't think it'll be buying.
And I don't think it'll be buying. They could come in. I know they like him, but I'd be amazed. I'd be delighted if we got 35 million for him, but I can't see that.
That would do the job, wouldn't it?
Oh, massively. DC 71, 22 million for Gomez when we all thought it'd be double that. That's what a proper director of football can do.
Did we all think it would be double that?
I think we did in March until people said that it was going to be less. We were thinking 35 million at least. Banksy 2, enjoy the content, lads, keep it up. Pitching and sound are fine for me. Striker wise, if you could choose 3 separate realistic options, who would you go for? Hardest position to sign players in? Tough. Seb Haller, Rafael Leao, Moussa Dembele. Although he wasn't great last night. They're just 3 off the top of my head. You're not going to name any, are you? Didn't think you would.
No.
Live of it, I think you guys read my mind. Well, I literally just read your question. That was all. JS the stream died for 10 seconds. I know it's live and we're doing it differently, so just bear with it. Hayley Lee, when players go on loan from Everton, who pays their wages? Also the other club.
It depends, doesn't it, I think? But there's normally a fee, so we paid a fee last year for Gomez. Which is, if you think about it, you're buying a player for a year, aren't you? You're buying them out of their contract for a year. Loans used to be like, you can bring them back and they'll be for a month. Now when you get them for a year, it's like, they're your player for a year, they're locked in for a year. So you have to pay a fee for them. Wages would probably come under that as well, unless it's a situation like maybe sort of like Sandro, where you don't want them at the club and you want them, so you'll take a fee maybe, but then you'll agree to maybe
it's part pay the wages.
Yeah,
as
maybe
well,
you might pay 60-70% of the wages, so
you're just reducing it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where are we? Lamar Carlin, where will Everton finish next season?
I was trying to think of something that's witty then and remember what the last game of the season is, but I can't.
Bournemouth at home.
Bournemouth at home. Goodison Park will finish last game. Hooray!
Top 8, but I'm expecting much higher, to be honest. John Brown, should we be looking for a replacement for Gylfi during this window, given he's not getting any younger?
No one is.
No one's
getting any younger. No one. It's not just Gylfi. Although he does look like physically like he's getting younger.
Yeah. You would with all that money and that hair from his wife. Yeah. He's quite. Listen, he's 30. He's not blessed with pace, so it's not as if he's going to lose his pace. He's still very good technically, scores goals. He's fit. So I wouldn't worry about his age. I really wouldn't. But, you know, they could look and go a different way in the squad. Bernard can play in there. Lookman, if he stays, could go in there. He could just change the way we play. Couple of next midfield.
I'll be honest, I don't think anyone should be thinking about replacing Gylfi Sigurdsson. I think he's a massive part of how we play. Very, very underrated player. Someone who at times can be picked apart by fans. Whereas I think the manager, he's the number one player on the team. I think he makes the team. Maybe not number one. Maybe like Garner's maybe the number one because he's the pivot and he makes the team work. But going forward, everything goes through Gylfi Sigurdsson. It really does. I think at times he's not appreciated enough, but I think he is appreciated by the manager, and I think he's appreciated by the players. But also, one thing coming off the back of that question is that because he plays nearly every single game, then there is the potential for a little bit of burnout, which means he's not going to be brilliant in every single game, which does mean that what you do want is maybe a young player coming into the side. Everton have obviously felt that it's not Vlasic. Do they feel maybe it's Kieran Dowell? That'll be a question that needs looking at over the summer, or maybe next season if Dowell goes to Sheffield United.
Where are we? Bob Stevens, Ped Baz, I think you said in your last video, Vlasic requires a buyback clause. The lad could be worth 50 million or more in a few years. Well, that was what we wanted, but we're not Marcel Brands or Marco Silva, and maybe Vlasic didn't want that. I don't know. So we've got to sell on. So we'll have to just see. Andy Cow, any more news on outgoings? Gents, love the show. Cheers, Andy. We're in negotiations to get rid of another one. That's all we'll say at the moment. And listen, I'm sure Brands is trying to get rid of 10. Karen Bosha, I can't believe we got him for 22 million. Honestly thought it'd be 30 to 35. Brands is so important, he's already shown that. The Enforcer, Simon Bowles, do you think we can break the top 4 in the next 5 years?
Oof. Be difficult, but you've just got to buy well, haven't you?
It's got to be the aim, though, hasn't it?
It's got to be the aim, but you've got to buy well. You've got to trade well. That's buy and sell. For players, if a player is at the right time, it's the right time to let him go and then bring someone in to replace him. You've got to do that. I think Spurs have shown that. I think you've got to be able to wheel and deal. I think Liverpool have shown that as well. You know, getting rid of a player like Coutinho, who for them was really a luxury. But I think as a football club and as a hard-nosed business, you've got to look past the emotion of players and what they mean to you and what it means to lose them as well, because we all get caught up in this stigma of you're a selling club or look, you sell to buy and all that. I don't think people in football clubs do that. They look at it as hard-nosed business and go, get rid of Coutinho and bring in Van Dijk That wasn't a bad bit of business, was it? You know, when you think of it like that, and they brought the goalie in they needed. It's what you need, isn't it? It's the players you need. You go out there and you buy the players you need at that time, and then you try and stack them up one by one. And when you try and do that too quickly, it can backfire on you, because you don't always know how players will link together. But I think we've seen towards the end of the season, when Don went up front and Richarlison went on the right and Bernard played on the left, we started to see some nucleus of a side. Gomez is a big part of that. That's why we've kept him at the club. And I think what we've got now is like the exoskeleton of what is required. Whereas before February, I think the manager just didn't know what his best 11 was and didn't know exactly how the team was going to be set up. And now that he's got that, he can look at those players and go, I think we can as fans now, and look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin and go, we love what Dom does, we just want someone who's better at it. We love what Seamus Coleman does, but we know in a year's time that he'll need replacing. So let's start looking at that now. We love what every player, we love what Gomez does.
Everyone can.
We love what Garner does, but he's 30, so do we need to start bringing in someone who can do that job? But also, one of those centre midfielders has got to start adding more goals to the game, and that's what they'll be doing. That's their job, isn't it?
Definitely. We gonna sign a striker. When we gonna sign a striker? Don't know.
Got one. His name's Sandro.
It's the real answer.
Telling you, he's coming. He's going to come good.
I've said before, if the right one doesn't present itself, we're more likely to buy a left-footed right winger and play Richarlison through the middle. Whether people like that or not is irrelevant. If the manager thinks that'll work, or Brands, then that's what they'll do. But if a striker comes available who they want, they'll get him. That's the way it is. Sal Harris, Wolfen, opinions on the strikers we've been linked with so far. Some good names, some ones that I'm not interested in. Mitrovic, I don't think he'd improve us. Callum Wilson is too old for me, and his knees are too much of an issue, and he'd cost too much money. The likes of Seb Haller, yeah, I'd like him. I think he's good. Rafael Leao looks good, but who knows? I'd love Timo Werner, but we've got no chance of getting him. JS, have you guys met Brands in person? Not yet, but it's something we want. Blue Sponge 23, Pickford, sell or keep?
Keep? Why would you want to sell? Why would you sell him? Why? Mad.
There you go. Barry Stevens, how did you two meet? Years ago, footy and different things. The enforcer Simon Ball's just back Frank Alina tomorrow, and you will be happy.
What now?
Martin Edwards, obviously running in a horse race.
Oh, okay.
Martin Edwards, are you Dexter fans?
Do you know what? I did like it, and then it went crap. I watched it. I think I watched the first couple of seasons, maybe the third season, and it went a bit weird, didn't it? It didn't just go crap. It just went started to just go off the path. And once shows start going off the path, I find myself, it's not even a conscious thing. I just know when you just you got them on the Sky Planner, and when you're into a show, it's bang, isn't it? Bang into it. So at the moment, I love Handmaid's Tale. It's incredible. It's America in 4 years. And I missed the first one because I was away. As soon as I got home Sunday night, bang, watch them back to back straight away. But when you know that you're not into something, you start seeing them start pile up on your Skybox,
you leave it,
and you're and that's when you've got 12 to watch. You shouldn't force yourself to watch them. You should go, there's a reason why there's 12 of them on there and I haven't watched them. I did it with Arrow and Flash. I used to like them, and then I started seeing them creep up and almost force myself to watch them. And in the end, I was just why am I forcing myself to? I don't, time is precious. It's the most precious thing we have, except Parabo. And once you start piling up, you just get rid of them. I don't know with Designated Survivor. I loved the first series, and then the start of the second series was it's just the same. See that was a program, a lot of programs that has a brilliant premise and they can't keep up with the premise. There was that other one that was called Flash Forward, where the world stopped for 10 seconds or something, and there was this whole mystery behind it, and it's you never got to that mystery quick enough. I love the original sort of idea for it, but it started to become just a thing about a president. not being good enough for his job, and people trying to undermine him.
It wasn't like what it should have
Yeah.
been, which is how he united it and how he went after stuff. It was like he's not good enough, and it was just a bit.
But the threat, do you mean not going after the threat?
No, that's what I mean. It was just it just stagnated. It was too slow, and see what I like Quantico for the first 6 episodes about like the training.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
it just that went ridiculous, and it was
Wasn't
like
that about like cartels and stuff?
well, no, it was about how they train, like the CIA, FBI, they were at their training camp and that. But it had a good premise in it, but then it just went crap. And it was like, I'm not interested in Series 2, it's nonsense. Alberto Diaz was the type of profile striker we'll go after. I think Sepp Haller's a good fit. You know what? I've got to say, I don't know. He's got to be able to press from the front, similar to Calvert-Lewin with goals. So they might, like I said before, if they can't get the one they want, they'll swerve it.
I'm looking out for a hero.
John Moore, 22 million, shows it's worth the wait. Karen Bashaw, fair enough, Baz, at the end of the day. Vlasic isn't that special. There's definitely better future replacements out there. Can we get top 4? This is off Mark Ellis, with Chelsea having a transfer ban and Arsenal and United not looking that strong. Well, we can.
It's consistency.
With consistency.
I think our big problem is our squad. It's not good enough. So the players you're bringing off the bench. The reason why Chelsea finished in the top 4 and the reason why Arsenal nearly got top 4 and got to the Europa League final is because those two clubs, whether you think their players are as good as ours, they can literally swap like for like every game. So they have a level of quality that every single game they can just go, well, we're going to swap Higuain for Giroud up front. We're going to swap Barkley for Loftus-Cheek. You know, a lot of the time, and Arsenal the same. And whether you think their teams are as good as ours, they went, and the reason Arsenal got to Europa League final was on a Thursday night they could bring in quality players, and obviously they've got 2 fantastic centre forwards as well. But I think that was the big thing for Chelsea for me, and I don't really see that. Although they're not being able to buy it, I can't really see that going down. I still think they've got 2 players. In fact, I think Chelsea will benefit if that transfer ban stays. I think they're going to benefit from it. I think they're going to benefit from a year of stability. They've got Pulisic to replace Hazard. Okay, he's not as good as Hazard, but you know what? You'll have a year where he'll be left alone, because I don't think there's going to be any pressure on, and that's why this would be the right time for them to bring Frank Lampard in. There'll be no pressure on him at all, and I think the Chelsea fans, if they understand that, and obviously the owner understands it, I think they'll benefit from a lot of those young players having a season where nothing is massively expected from them. But they've got good players as well already. They've got a good squad. They got Champions League and they won the Europa League. They're not a bad side at all. And as I say, when it gets into those dark days, December, January, which we really suffered last season, that's where Chelsea are winning every other game and are getting a draw in the other game and maybe losing the other game. And that's what gets you top 4, isn't it, at the end of the day? Or certainly top 6.
We've proved on our day we're as good as anything above us. Well, maybe not City and Liverpool, but we're as good as the others above us. But we're not consistent enough, and we proved that last season. And we can't have another 2 months like December, January we did last year, which was shocking.
But even that though, it's not even those 2 months. It's going to Fulham and turning up like we did. It's going to Palace and having all the chances and not finishing them off, and not sort of like say like a Chelsea in that game. They almost like flex their muscles a little bit and push. It's Palace back. It's having that aura around the team when you're saying to teams, don't you dare come at us today. You're not good enough. And that's what you see with a lot of these teams when you go to these grounds and you're playing sides. You must lie down for some teams. No one ever lies down for Everton because we don't project that image, and that's another thing.
But it's also getting scrappy wins. Liverpool got quite a few scrappy wins last year, so did Chelsea, and City even had a few. So it's trying to do that. I don't think we do that enough. We've got to win between 12 and 14 home games, and we've got to win 8 away games at least. And if we do that, we'll have a chance. It's up to us, isn't it? 20 games out of 38.
It's finding something, isn't it? It's finding something that can win you those games, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is. Doran ZLY, have you seen the headline from the Evening Standard about Andre Gomes? Barcelona flop, you mean? Yeah, seen it.
So what does it say?
Everton signed Barca flop for 22 million.
Brilliant.
Stelio Contos, good evening, mate. Liam Bennett, if we sign Neres and Mendes, will we play like the Brazil national team? I don't think we're going to sign Neres. I don't think our fans would love him after the two displays I've seen.
The Brazilian Peter Bergery?
Yeah. What's the space 82? Who will buy Sandro? Probably nobody. They'll go on loan. JS, very quiet on the Zuma front. When's it time to worry?
Never.
What I think he means by that is, do we switch our attention?
We've had this discussion, haven't we? It's when do Everton decide to switch? Well, I suppose the first point of order will be when we know if Chelsea have definitely got a ban. Chelsea could right now, if they wanted to, put an appeal in, but they haven't so far. The appeal would probably push the transfer to the ban to next year. I don't know whether they're waiting for the whole managerial situation to be sorted. So that maybe if Lampard comes in, he assesses and says, no, I think we need this and this. Might be down to that. If they put an appeal in, that'll push. And you know what?
Well, they've put the appeal in. It's whether or not they ask for the ban to be frozen.
That's what I'm saying.
So only if they ask for the ban to be frozen,
that's what I'm saying.
It'll mean they think they can win it.
But also the later they push it, the more likelihood it will get pushed till next year. So I don't know. Everton, I'm sure, are in communication with the player. If they've got solid belief that the player wants to be at Everton next season, which it seems to be that way, then I look at Zuma and I just think, do you want to be at Chelsea where you've had all these managers never really wanted, or do you want to come somewhere that you know you're going to play most weeks and you wanted and the fans like you and actually, you know, bit of a leader as well, I think, Zuma. Interesting.
Corey Clements, is Lukaku making a return?
He's made the return to Andy van der Meijden's car.
No, I don't think he is. Marlo, do you think the Neres rumours are a smokescreen for another left-footed right winger? As Marcel Brands keeps everything quiet and there's been too many Neres rumours.
Where have the Neres rumours come from?
Brazilian press. The fact that he's got a good relationship with Richarlison. The fact Brands has been in Holland.
Brands is got the Dutch connections. Again, it might be agents using Everton to bump the price up to get their player to move or spark the interest to get someone else interested in them.
I think Keir Joroban probably wants him to come to Everton. Everton aren't going to play what Ajax wants, and I don't think he's worth it.
No, I don't at
the moment. So
I think he's too inconsistent, and also
looks a bit laissez-faire to me, a bit like easy Ozzy.
Again, I mean,
that's what it looks. That's what he looked like last night.
Where would he play as well? I mean, he would be.
He likes playing on the left.
You'd have made it.
Well, we want to sign a left-footed right winger, not a left-footed left winger, and he wouldn't get in over Bernard for me. So there you go. Mark Ellis, what do you think of the 21s last night with Don not starting and looking on the squad? They were crap. Childry, Phil Foden scored an absolute worldie, which I'm quite sure you've seen, Mark. But the two fullbacks, Wan-Bissaka, was absolutely horrendous. One of the worst displays I've ever seen from a fullback, and that's not as bad as Cuca Martina, but certainly in that thing. And the left back, the kid at Chelsea, the left back, the other one, made me look like I'm 6'3", was horrendous as well. But AD Boothroyd cost them it. Put Dom and Tammy Abraham on and played them as wing backs instead of putting one of them up front and saying, you're the target, let our players hit it. Because the last 10 minutes, England were just kicking the ball into the French half. There's no one there. So they were just coming back. It was coming. Dean Henderson stopped it from being 5 or 6. So they got what they deserved, and it was bad management. That's what I'm saying. Thomas Turner, many reports here saying we have another medical tomorrow. Do you think it's Santiago Arias? We haven't had a medical today. So what?
I seen that yesterday saying two medicals booked into Finch Farm. Nonsense. You don't do medicals in Finch Farm. Do them in Newton the Willows.
Do them in what's it called? The medical place. Not Spire. It's the I can't remember.
Medicals are us.
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah. Elliot Kelly, do you think we will sign Neres? No. Stephen, right lad, see you at 6. Come on here just to get your likes up. It's right, Steve.
Patron only at 6 o'clock.
It is.
It's more intimate.
I mean, there's 230 watching and 57 likes. You know what to do, people. Come on. Charlie Ware has Baz finished Red Dead 2 yet? You know what? I haven't, but I'm getting very close.
But he's on the.
I'm on the final.
He's on the after bit. He's done the bit.
Oh yeah, the bit.
But I don't want to say what that is because if anyone hasn't, I don't want to spoil it. But he's done the thing. He's finished. He's finished Arthur's story. He's on John's little extra bit now. The little bit before the original Red Dead. When are they going to bring it out? Come on, do it. Bring the original Red Dead out on PS4, remaster it and get it out for God's sake. I don't have to set up my PS3 to have to play Red Dead. Get it out on PS4. Make it all shiny like when they done The Last of Us. Get it done. Yeah. Get it sorted. I'm a paying customer. I'll have finished Lara Croft, Shadow of the Tomb Raider soon. I want to play Red Dead on my PS4, not my PS3. No, if Boris had said that last night, I'd have voted for him. I can't vote for him.
Dolph Kaufman, hey from Kenya again. What do you think our ceiling and floor are for next year? Personally, I would say best case scenario would be top 4. Worst case around 8. You've said it, Dov. You've said it. I agree with that. Hey, Duncan, go and get Timo Werner and make the Reds sick. I would love to, but I think he wants to go to Bayern, to be honest. JS, will Schneiderlin's wage make it difficult to keep him?
No.
As a non-starter?
No, I don't think so, because otherwise he would have gone probably last summer. I think the fact that he's got, 2 years left, I don't think they're trying to kick him out, but if a nice bid come in for him, but who's going to buy him? He wanted to go to Marseille. They've just got the most handsome manager in football as their new manager. You have to say that, wouldn't you?
Who?
Most handsome man in football?
Who?
Ginger Prince.
Who?
AVB.
Oh, handsome man. Shut up, mate. So he's better than Gomez?
He's not a manager. I don't know if you've noticed that.
No, you just said the most handsome manager in football. AVB's not the most handsome manager in football.
Ginger Prince, we call him. And our secret Ginger.
If he goes to Marseille, yeah. WWE highlights does Cuco Martina have a future at Everton?
I thought you were going to say he's like Cuco Martina,
the most handsome manager.
Ready to fight Hulk Hogan.
Well, maybe. No, he doesn't. Paul S. would not qualifying for Europe next season be considered a failure?
I think it would be, yes. But certainly by Mshiri. I think it would be. I know it's not easy, and that we've got a theory that when this new Europa League 2 comes, we're going to smash it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to smash it. We're going to be there every year with the Europa League 2 trophy. An open-top bus.
Marlowe, for me, Baines is only a good backup until he actually has to play. I wouldn't want fast wingers running at him.
Yeah, I do agree to a point, but you pick and choose your games, maybe.
He's only going to be backup, but he's still good enough to play. My opinion. Hey, Duncan, best channel on YouTube. Thank you. E. Jones' favourite Simpsons episode. Oh, know what? A lot of the early ones were brilliant. A lot of the early ones, like the one when Bart goes to war against Nelson the bully, things like that. A lot of the early ones. I don't know. Can't really think. Santa's Little Helper. They're not playing. The one where Homer causes a nuclear meltdown and there's no nuclear material in the van and he still does it. A lot of I like the early ones. Although I'd like what they should do. They should like get Red Dead and get the Simpsons to remaster the old ones with the new cartoons. Simpsons in Red Dead. Because now that like the old ones are terrible. When you look at it's all about Rick and Morty anyway. Okay. Jamie B, honest thoughts on Silver and Pickle Rick. Yeah. On Silver and next season, keep up the good work. Honest thoughts on Silver, excellent coach. And he will improve this year, and so will Everton. That's my honest thoughts. Still disappointed that you haven't dyed your hair. Me? I know, it needs dyeing. You said you were going to get it the colour of the new manager. I was hoping for This is why I was hoping for Sean Dyche. Imagine. The FIFA Gomez gives a bit more money to spend on other players. JS, where have your Jaffa cakes gone?
We haven't had Jag.
No.
We
had Les Roberts last week brought in real Jaffa
I
cakes.
never got the benefit of them.
They
No, we did have.
gorgeous.
We got one of our patrons, Kate. She sent us a box of like chocolate and biscuits from Canada. This is what our patrons do. That's the service we offer. That they send us stuff.
The service we offer.
No,
that's the service
we
they
offer. No, the service we offer that they end up sending us stuff. And we had biscuits that were like tasted like maple syrup. They were amazing. We had green tea, Kit Kats, an amazing range of treats that we had that we still got actually until Tom from the Redmen finds them and eats them, the bastard.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Where we at? John Brown, Luckman never looks like he gives 100% in
Never
a
looks
blue
happy.
shirt. Sooner sell him and bring in another replacement who actually wants to play for the club. Okay. Will Cook, favourite celebration by a player?
Trevor Steven after he scored the third goal against Bayern Munich when he just run away giving it the finger. I love that. I love it. Just love it.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharp's volley at Anfield. Dexy, when he scored against
Remember like when the Premier League first started and he was like the period of where like people who shouldn't do dances, like remember Mickey Quinn for Coventry and they did that stupid dance, but it wasn't even like taking the piss, it was for, and Ryan Giggs used to do, I used to love Lee Sharp and he used to do the no, we used to do the Three Amigos.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Sharpie.
What a man, what a player.
Sharpie.
What a goose.
Harrow has got better from episode 3.
Arrow,
yeah.
oh Harrow,
It says Harrow.
Poirot. Okay,
I'm only reading what it says.
Harrow.
What do you think our chances of signing Donny van der Beek?
I think
I think
if you
like
think we're
Davey.
signing him and get on it,
I think with Davy class and 2 with him. New kit's out the first week. Well, no, it's the new kit is revealed.
It's getting worn in Kenya.
It's out the middle of July. Connor Williams, Chernobyl thoughts.
Tremendous. I mean, that the act of Chernobyl, it wasn't tremendous.
No,
but the TV series was tremendous.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this though? Have you heard what they're doing? The Russians.
No.
So because it's like been dead successful, and obviously it's created a lot of people. Billy, did you know what Chernobyl was before the TV series?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went to university, you'd understand. You're from Shrewsbury, you know all about it. But a lot of people, it's a big thing in Shrewsbury.
Oh, okay.
City's modelled on it. A lot of people maybe didn't know what Chernobyl was, or maybe had heard the name, wasn't quite sure what happened. So the Russians, because of that, because they feel like the world's been enlightened the wrong way, they're going to make their own Chernobyl show. And it's going to be based on the premise that actually the CIA had an employee working at Chernobyl and blew it up. That's their propaganda.
Wow.
But apparently, though, it is genuine that the CIA had someone there, because in those days, I mean, you've seen the Americans, haven't you?
Mm.
The way, in those days, that they would have had someone there just keeping an eye on it, which it's fine. They might have done that. It was common. They said it was common practice for Russian nuclear subs to go past the eastern seaboard in America, and at any minute could have just pressed a button. They knew that. They all knew it. So they're going to bring one out where actually the Americans are the bad guys.
Mad.
But I just want to know if everyone's going to speak in an English accent and that as well.
You never know.
You know what I mean?
Didn't the Americans? EZ Sin for Joe, BM, McCheese, Wedge, HD. Woo. Pad and Baz. Pad and Baz. It's also, I'm reading it.
Pickle Rick!
The 2 most handsome blues on YouTube.
We are.
There you go.
I don't think it's that hard, is it?
Thoughts on Moise Keane?
As I said to you, every time I hear the words Keane, I think of it as the Celtic Dream Team managerial partnership.
Okay.
But
Good player, isn't he?
Good player, and
I couldn't see him coming
But
in.
what I would say is, I don't think he's going to last at Juventus.
No.
I just don't think he is. I think they don't go for homegrown players unless it's like a number 10, and it's like it's a certain type of player. I don't think he's going to. I think they'll see an opportunity soon maybe not this season, but soon, to cash in on him.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll end up at Everton, but I don't think he's gonna.
Looks like a good player.
He does look like a young player.
Glyn Holman, are you concerned about the lack of our unwanted players not being linked out of Everton?
No.
Well, I'm not concerned about it. I'm more like I'm not surprised either.
It's, do you know? No, I tell you what it is, right? Do you know where a shop shut? Not like Marks and Spencer's, the food hall. Do you know it's shut at 8 o'clock? What happens at 10 to 8?
Yeah, everyone goes in.
Everyone goes in,
Looks for sales.
and looks for the everything that's got the little yellow stickers on it. It's been discounted. They're still going to eat it for the tea that night. But why go in at R6 or 6 o'clock and pay full price for it when you know at 10 to 8, when the shop shuts at 8, they'll all be discounted? That's our players. So
there you go.
There you go.
Stephen pointing us there a link on here to buy them tops you're wearing. Go to the website. The shop is there if you want to see these.
It's in our. If you look at our other.
It's in the bio. It's
not in the bio for this one though.
Oh, isn't
but it's in. If you go in our other videos and go in the description, you'll see it. It says buy t-shirts.
Or go on the website and you can click the shop. It's there. Intro SM can. Are we saying Rom is back? No, he's not coming back.
He's not coming back to us. He's going to Inter Milan.
As if he'd want to come here.
He's going to Inter Milan.
Steve, when do you think the club will announce Gomez and Vlasic? Well, they're waiting on a piece of paperwork for Vlasic. Then it'll be announced. Gomez will be when he signed the deal. Everything's been agreed. It'll be when he signed the deal, not before, obviously. Paul S. Lukaku, no thank you, terrible temperament. Elliot Kelly, do you think within 10 years' time be fighting for titles and getting regular Champions League? That's got to be the aim. I don't know because we don't know how football will play out, but we're building a team. I wouldn't have said to you 4 years ago that Liverpool would win the league. Liverpool would have a chance of winning the league. I wouldn't have thought that when they had Ricky Lambert and people like that up front. But it shows with good recruitment and a good manager that you can bridge gaps.
Who'd have thought the team would get 97 points and not win the league?
Gone quiet on right backs at the minute. You think it could be an unknown signing in that position? That's from Carl Hillen. Well, it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them that
it is.
The papers aren't going to have everything Brands' thing. Brands keeps everything as close to him as he can now.
That's how he gets deals done. And
so I wouldn't worry about the fact that no names are getting mentioned for this or this. He'll see what he wants and he'll go after it. Blue Sponge 23, if you could swap our kit Umbro for another one, which would it be?
What, a different,
like another brand?
A different brand? I don't know. I quite like the Umbro stuff. I do. I don't know why people hate on it so much. It's genuinely all its own gear. If you look at the Nike stuff and the Adidas stuff, it's very similar. The only thing I do like is I like the Nike stuff that they're doing this year, where it's I think the third kits have got like retro branding on them. I like the training gear for Nike as well. But the Umbro stuff, I'm quite happy with, and you know, it's great this time of year. You go and get all last year's training kit, which will look about 2% different from the coming season's training kit, and you can get it cheap. So I'm quite happy. Quite happy.
If I swapped, I'd probably swap to Adidas, but just because I'd like to see an Everton Adidas kit. But I'm not that bothered.
This year's kit, all three kits, I thought went really sound.
Toffee 96 on Payton. Do you think Steve Walsh knew his days were numbered once Koeman was sacked after the Arsenal game? And do you think he was aware we were eyeing up Brands?
I think he probably knew, because I think there was an accountability for both of them. There had to be, didn't there? So it was wretched.
I think he knew, and I think he'll have known that we wanted Brands anyway. Listen, the papers had it in the January, so he'd have known. Lions E65 cracking show, lads. Do you think we can get Neres? No, because I think they'd want too much, and I'm not convinced Everton actually want him, to be honest with you. I think Marcel Brands probably thinks, can he play in the Premier League? Not convinced. And that's the way it is. I haven't been impressed with him. What I've seen of him for Brazil, I was for Ajax, but in a different competition. Connor Smith, not an Everton question, but thoughts on Hazard to Real Madrid?
Great move for him.
And for Madrid.
And I think I think he's going to have to hit a level of consistency now that he mightn't have always had at Chelsea because maybe the pressure wasn't there. I think he'll need. I think he needs that pressure, and I think he'll potentially be in the top 3 in the world this year. He'll probably easily be in top 3 because he's such a good player. I think he was the best player in the Premier League, personally.
Alexander Hoffler, what are your thoughts on Andrea Bellotti? Personally thinks he's a great striker for Torino. He is a great striker for Torino, and he's been linked with clubs for a few years but never gone anywhere. So I don't know whether the people who look at him more closely than I do, or I have done over the past couple of years, I've seen something in his game that he doesn't suit. But I think he is a good player.
I think the problem with Italy is you do get these players who play for teams who are not necessarily at the top of the league and they have really good seasons, and when you pull them out of those teams they're never quite the same because the teams are built around them, and they've got everything, and they don't always transition. They're not always a success, especially moving to another country as well. There's been that many Italian players who've come to the Premier League and done well, really, apart from the absolute top class ones.
Resonate, Baz, if I download the one for hanging on about it. No, but if you sponsor us for the whole year, I'll stop talking about the One Football app and talk about Resonate. What about that? Abigail Barfoot, I know we want Neres. Do you? Not at 80 million, but would be happy with Federico Chiesa, Arias, Mendes, Mancini, Marcus Thuram, Zuma.
Oh, you'd be happy with all them, would you?
You don't want much, Abigail, do you? Where are we? Marco came out a few days ago, said we were after Zuma. Do you want Zuma? Zuma's the number one. Who do you want? Where are we?
Where are you?
Or less. Would not qualify for Europe, we've said that, haven't we? Seamus Nolan reckons Neres is coming. I don't think. Duncan, do you think Holgate will step up and take over at right back this season?
I do, yeah. I think he'll be the backup right back.
Okay. J Mac putting the beef on there, Baz. I'm actually not, the way I'm sitting. It literally is the way I'm sitting.
What qualifies you to even say that?
I know, but look.
Baz, you're looking a bit fat there, mate.
I literally, the biggest thing is, Jay, and I'd normally laugh it off, but I've actually lost quite a bit. So there you go.
What if Baz was like,
I might have wanted to put the beef on.
What if he was in like a bit of an emotional state?
Yeah.
And you just tipped them over the edge?
You could have just like,
you know what I mean?
Upset me there.
Think about these things when you just... It's not Love Island.
It's bad.
You can't just throw the insults out on us.
He can, if he wants.
Can't.
I'm not really interested.
Patreon, you can. You get
Patreon,
you get to pay
if
for
you're a Patreon, you can.
Patreon, you can call us anything you want.
Alex Young, go for Gareth Bale.
Do you know what? If his injury record wasn't so bad, I'd be tempted, but it's not my money, obviously. But, but they said no loans, so...
Steve, Ben and Jerry's or Häagen-Dazs?
Ben and Jerry's. Häagen-Dazs is a bit up its own arse, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely up its own arse. And he probably enjoys that.
Possibly. Owen Parks.
Why have you just blocked someone?
Because just...
What did he say?
Writing shit.
What did he say?
People writing shit.
Well, he's blocked, he can't see it now.
He's done now.
So what did he say? I want to know.
Hi lads, Owen Parks.
Oh,
writes for us.
Oh, he does write
for
us.
There
you go.
What right back do you think the club will be targeting?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. They don't keep us in the loop, honestly.
No.
I know it sounds like they do, but Brands keeps it very quiet. He lets us know at the last minute so we can make vids on it.
Yeah.
But apart from that, get very quiet.
Who's going to be our next target? This is a big fan from Korea. I can't say your name. I apologise.
Oh yeah, because it's in actual Thai writing. So
Korean writing, I'm guessing, because he's
from Korea.
I
thought you said Thai.
No, from Korea.
Sorry.
After Gomez signing, who's going to be our next target? If they had the ability to just bring people in without getting rid, they'd probably go for... I'd probably say Zuma next, but that's a complicated one, so I don't know. Depends who they can get, doesn't it? They're obviously talking to 3 or 4, and it's which one comes off first, I suppose. James Heath, how many signings are you expecting this season?
4 more.
4 more, yeah. About right. George Pearson, do you think we will actually sign a centre forward this window?
That's difficult to say. That honestly, it is. I think we'll fill most positions, but that centre forward, I don't think we'll waste money. I don't think we'll waste money at all. So we'll see. But it's something difficult. We haven't really been linked with any, have we? But to be fair, we haven't really been linked with that many players. Neres, yes. Gomez, of course. Apart from that, we haven't been linked with many players.
Only tenuous links, serious like links we haven't, have we?
Mirror links.
Yeah, really. All right, Mighty Blues. Cam, good man. Who do you want in next? I'd want a centre forward in, but like I keep saying, I don't know whether they just think Richarlison will be the person to play up front.
Or Dom.
I think they need another one regardless. But if they went Richarlison, will be the backup, or they'll fight it out with him. JS, do we need another midfielder?
Well, we haven't even had the AFCON hasn't even started yet, has it? So maybe when that's done and we find out, we need the Ghana situation clarifying. We really do, because let's be honest, we all expected them to leave this summer. What? What's up?
Shane Baines has been announced.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
Oh, it has as well. Baines is.
We can release our video now.
It's not edited.
There you go. Good. Leighton Baines' deal has been announced, signed a new contract. We knew he was, but that's good. So there you go. All good. Do you reckon this is off Connor, doesn't it? Do you reckon Ghana will be staying or going?
I don't know. We won't know. So
till after that. Yeah. Thor Martinson, will Yerry Mina become a star player for Everton?
Yerry Mina. I hope so. I like Yerry's sound. Well, let's wrap it up because we've got to go to Patreon.
Oh, we have.
And I've got to edit that like Baines video.
Do you think we were lucky with injuries last season? Not as lucky as other clubs above us, no.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to get any injuries.
Any, because they've got to deal with the devil.
Yeah. Diego Loriente has been mentioned again. He will do, because the press will continue to recycle names and recycle names until they get one right.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Right, that's it. We are going.
We're going to Patreon.
We're going to Patreon now because we've got stuff to do.
We're going to Hagen-Dazs Patreon.
We are. But thank you very, very much for joining us, and see you later.